order. If everyone could stand for the pledge. Thank you. Pledge allegiance to the flag, the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Opening our public hearing for the 2016 budget. We'll leave it open, get one piece of business. I'd like to motion Resolution 2015-239, a change order for the additional asbestos removal. May I have a second?
I second it.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved. Thank you.
So this will happen either Monday night or Tuesday night.
Great, thank you. With regard to our preliminary budget, we have a couple of issues outstanding that I'd like to update you and see if you want to make any changes. Medical, we still haven't had word back from the Highway Department, but I've been in touch with the shop steward. Everybody has filled out their NVP Gold paperwork, and I'm hoping to hear from them by end of day tomorrow or Monday morning, whether or not they will be joining.
MVP Gold or Silver 3?
Silver 3, I'm sorry. So everything, the same that our town hall employees are on. Their union is still working to try and find another policy for them within the union, and I don't know how successful they're being. I haven't heard back from the union rep, but I'm in touch with the shop steward. So I recommend that we hold off on that until we know. We do have money left in our reserve from the front funding of last year's insurance, and we will have some left over from this year. So I recommend we wait, and at a future meeting, we move the money into this budget, or we can do it in 2016 if we miss it as a revenue with an expense. But we do have the money for this. So that's one. The second is Vandenberg Cove Sewer District. We're still waiting to hear from our insurance company about the breakout insurance for that. It's sort of something they're working on. And we're getting a budget from them, Bruce, next week, do you think?
Well, we have one. We have the tentative one now.
Okay.
I can email it to you.
Yeah, could you, and we can
Yeah.
discuss it under new business at Monday's meeting. Workers' comp, we still don't have final numbers, but I am sure that we're close or covered or not far off. And then there was just one other thing left about the $60,000 for highway equipment. Joe, we discussed whether or not to leave it, or we can't create a contingency line there. So we either...
A highway contingency
Yeah.
line.
So that's all I have.
Yeah, I think we can leave the 60 in highway equipment, and if we don't know what the healthcare, what the union decides on healthcare, and after we review that, we may want to move money into the part-town contingency, so just in case they pick a plan that we haven't budgeted for.
We should know by next week. So I think we still have time before we adopt the budget to deal with it, and we'll know where we are.
In this budget for the non-union people, have we put in the 500 or 1,000? We haven't done anything.
The only thing
on
that's
that
in
yet.
this budget, per my email to everyone, is we have only budgeted the MVP Silver without the additional copay funding. But we
Okay.
do have that money in reserve left over from last year's front-end funding of the plan.
Right, so our plan is, at least,
Our plan
I
is
thought
to...
if we could change it at the next budget meeting or at the final
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, since we're waiting for the highway department, that's my recommendation. Does anybody have any other issues or questions for the budget? No?
Workers' comp, did you say that?
Yeah, we're
don't
still
have that?
waiting, but I think it's a good estimate. I think we're covered or not far off, so I'm comfortable with all of that. On Monday's meeting, Elaine, you missed it, we're going to review the tentative Vandenberg Cove Sewer District budget, and then that'll be funded into here. I also memoed you guys that per the OSC, I had to break out the library, 414 in the summary page, so that wasn't a change we agreed on, but I thought it was more, boilerplate than substantial, so I did it.
So the tax bill that will go out in January or December will have the increased
Yeah,
amount
I
for
have to
library.
revise that for that, but I had to, if you go to the pages that I told you, I think 17 and 18, you just see that they want us to show a 414 referendum line. It's just a different way of showing it under the summary of funds and levy determination and the, attendant budget appropriations. So I will, or the amount to be, the attendant amount to be raised by taxes. So I will modify that for our next meeting.
What would be really nice with that is if we used the SL fund for library, so it wasn't part of rec, culture and rec,
Okay,
and then it's separate, and you can see it, what it is.
okay.
That's what a lot of towns do.
All right,
And I just sent the Cove thing to John for distribution.
Thank you. Kathy, I think we're fine with the highway equipment. And what we've decided, just to reiterate for you, is that we're still waiting to hear from the union. I have not heard back from the union rep, but I have been in touch with the shop steward. Everybody in the highway department has their forms filled out and ready to go. And okay, so we'll make the changes for this once we,
That's a good solution for now.
So we still have medical, Vandenberg Cove, the workman's comp, which should be covered for highway equipment can come off, and the 414 will look at the SL fund.
How close well, I guess can't tell at this point well, we should be able to tell how close we are to the tax cap.
Yeah, it's stapled in the back of this for you. We're about, did she staple it? I think I told you in here, we're still under about $1,500.
15.
$1,600 under the tax cap.
Just to be clear, the library resolution doesn't affect our tax cap. It
No.
just
It's a 414 referendum that allows them,
So it's allowed.
puts it to the voters. The voters decided that they'd like to increase the funding.
I understand. I just want to make sure everybody
No,
understood.
yep. Okay, I have no other changes. Does anybody have any questions or comments? Any comments from the public? We'll hold open the public hearing until we adopt the budget.
No, until Monday the 9th. You have to adjourn it to a date certain, so otherwise we have to renotice it, so.
We're holding it open until Monday, the 9th.
Adjourning
Adjourning
to the
to the
town
9th.
board meeting on the 9th, right?
Adjourning to the town board meeting on the 9th.
Question, I'm sorry, so there are nothing changes to the preliminary budget that was put out?
No. There was one, I think I copied you on this email from November 29th. The only thing that I changed was the way that the Star and Morton libraries are referred to. There are now general fund library 414 referendums under the special fund, special districts, summary of funds and levy determination, and the budget fund appropriations. Just I broke it out per the
I didn't
OSC.
receive anything else.
Okay,
Thank you.
sure. No, there are no changes to this, and we're,
What I had asked, I'm sorry, was that go into the library fund line. We create one, so it's split out.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Ed?